Hey guys, it's Penelope in London. What I'm doing today is looking at the different types of Lilith in the chart. We have Asteroid Lilith and Black Moon Lilith. We have the True, which is a setting, which you can find on, if you go to astro.com, you can see here, put your date, time, place of birth in, and it'll show you your chart, and then you'll see that you have the rising sign, because you'll have your time of birth. I'm a Scorpio rising. And then what you're going to see is that you have asteroid Lilith. So my asteroid Lilith is 4 degrees of Leo, okay? And asteroid Lilith is a real asteroid, and it is the only Lilith that is an actual verifiable physical body in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And it takes 4 years to orb the chart, okay? Then Black Moon Lilith, I have down here, you see Black Moon Lilith, and you have true and mean. So this is mean and this is true. And there's a difference there. So the true means something, and then, which I'll go through in a minute, and then the mean means something. But they both have the same sort of symbolisms, but I'm going to give you the numbers in a minute. Then we have Dark Moon Lilith, which is it's called Waldermath Dark Moon Lilith. And I'm not going to go into that one. I haven't got it placed on here. And if we go to Natural Lilith, which is 118, if you went to AstroSeek, or not astro.com is here, and you would find settings. I'll make another video to show you how to do that, but today I want to explain this. The number for this is 118, and then for True Black Moon Lilith, which is down here, the code is H13. And then for Black Moon Lilith, that's naturally easy to find on astro.com. And what do these mean in my chart? Or what does Black Moon Lilith mean? We'll go there in a moment. But then I'm going to show you the collective chart here. And you can see that we have the transit of Black Moon Lilith. And this is here, this is the asteroid. The asteroid is currently, it says 3 degrees there. So we'd have to go down here to see where it was. Lilith is just actually 3 degrees of Taurus. This is Lilith in the sense of the asteroid. It's 3 degrees of Taurus up here. And then we have this one, 118, is Lilith, and that is Lilith, the asteroid, and it's 11 degrees of Aquarius. So we would look at Aquarius, and we will see that it's just here. You can see that. And then Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus at the moment at 11 degrees. So Asteroid Lilith indicates where our wound originated. And that would be, you know, if we looked back to the Garden of Eden, the original wound, where Lilith was, you know, basically asked to lay below Adam, the mythology and the story. And Lilith was not happy about that. So Adam was then given Eve. And, you know, it's not just to do with that, but it gives you a sense. And Lilith was, you know, cast out, so to speak. And then with Dark Moon Lilith, it signifies how and where we experience the distorted aspects of Lilith in our lives, our anguish, bitterness, betrayal, alienation, fear, hatred of sexuality and revenge. And then the Black Moon Lilith, which we have True, and we also have, if I go back to my chart actually, where we have True Black Moon Lilith and True and Mean Black Moon Lilith. This shows how and where we cut away our pretensions, false roles and delusions, and actualize who we essentially are. So the Black Moon Lilith is where we get to work on our shadows. So it's really good to know where that is in the chart, so we can begin to work on our fears and our shadow. The asteroids are symbolic transformers between two energy systems and point to the techniques by which the lower octave vibrations may be raised to a higher octave. This work here that I'm reading is from Jeff Wolf Green, and this is Evolutionary Astrology. The asteroid Lilith describes the first stage in our journey, where she is suppressed, humiliated, and flees in a fiery rage to the desolate wilderness. In this case, she went off to the sea after she was, you know, the Garden of Eden story, the mythology. The Dark Moon Lilith depicts the pain of the exile and then where she plots and executes revenge. But the Black Moon Lilith shows how she transmutes the distorted image back into natural, healthy expression. So we have natural, healthy expression of anger, okay? And then I'm going to change screen, and I'm going to do a new share, and we're going to go to the emanated page. And currently on this chart, you can see that I've only got Black Moon Lilith here, that I don't have the Asteroid Lilith. I haven't put this on the chart yet of my solar fire. And if we look at currently that a few days ago, Mars moved over Black Moon Lilith. So if we recall that Black Moon Lilith is the resolution to the two other Liliths, the original women, Black Moon Lilith correlates to, other mythology as well. And Black Moon Lilith shows us how and where we cut away our pretensions, false roles and delusions, and actualize who we essentially are. The Black Moon Lilith is a 9-year cycle. So where that is now, it's going to take 9 years to go around the chart and come back round to here. So it will spend, there's 12 signs. So it spends about 9 months in each sign. It moves slowly. And the 9-year cycle is the resolution, Lilith, where one's distorted image may be transformed into our natural, healthy expression. The dark goddess crescent shaped knife cuts away all that is not authentic in our lives. So this Black Moon Lilith here cuts away all that is not authentic in our lives. So if we think that collectively Mars just moved over Black Moon Lilith. So if we go back by days, I'm going to show you this. So here's Mars. You can see 14 degrees. And we go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. So Mars, literally, this was the 27th of January. And then that was the 28th and the 29th and the 30th. It moved over. They were conjunct. So we can see this playing out in society, that what we're trying to do is we are trying, Mars wants, Mars moving over there activated that. We are cutting out all that is not authentic in our lives. And this is the enforced, repeat, enforce. The clarity of Black Moon allows us to penetrate the essence. It helps us to eliminate all things that are unnecessary, false, and impure. So if you look at where this is in your chart, this is where it's going to be working for me. This is moving through my 6th house. So it's cutting away, to do with my works and routines. We can look at this in many different ways, but the house it's in is going to define, and then the aspects it's making in your chart, it's going to define how this is working for you, what area of life. Whether you find the resolution Lilith in your chart, wherever you find the resolution Lilith in your chart, represents an area where it takes tremendous courage, where you can release the repressed anger from lifetimes and be set free. It's also an area of creative energy of the feminine goddess. So the men have this as well. This is not just a feminine thing. This is, we've both got both in us. It's Carl Jung said, the animate and the animus. And then we've got so it's Lilith in the natural wild woman in the birth chart. So the moon and the nodes must be incorporated into the interpretation, as well as looking at Venus. Stressful aspects between Black Moon Lilith and Mars. Also, the planet that most clearly expresses the masculine power may indicate that a woman's independence and confidence is threatened or met with opposition by men. Her own inner male is strong. Women who have hard aspects from Black Moon Lilith to the moon or in the 5th may have problems, with children and that area, and also a fear of motherhood. Oftentimes, transiting Black Moon Lilith can bring back feelings of emotional pain, but only if it is in an area where you have compromised your primal nature. So we don't want to really be compromising our primal nature at this time. We want to be evolving. We need to become our true selves and look at our shadow. So then what we would do, the next thing we would look at, so where is it? So for me, if I go back to sharing my natal chart here, my Black Moon Lilith, the true, is in Aquarius, and the mean for me is in Pisces. So I'm going to tell you what through each sign as it moves through the chart as well, but where it's placed in Aries. So these are the 12 primary fears for Black Moon Lilith in each sign, which will be interesting for everybody. So in Aries, it's the fear of unworthiness. In Taurus, it is the fear of scarcity. In Gemini, it's the fear of rejection. In the sign of Cancer, it's the fear of abandonment. And in Leo, it's the fear of change. And in Virgo, it's the fear of failure. In Libra, it's the fear of loneliness. And in Scorpio, the fear of loss. In Sagittarius, the fear of meaninglessness. And in Capricorn, the fear of neglect. And in Aquarius, it's the fear of powerlessness. And in Pisces, it's the fear of vulnerability and harm. So then we would look at my chart. In Pisces, I've got the fear of vulnerability and harm, which really stems back to my core wound as a child. And then in Aquarius, it's the fear of powerlessness, which also, moving through my life as well. So, this is what I would be looking at to heal in myself. And then I suggest, if you want, I'll make another video to show you how you can access these, maybe tomorrow. And so you can follow up and understand how you can add these to your chart. It's not very difficult, but it's a lesson to show you how, which I'm not going to do tonight. Anyway, I'll catch you later, and I hope this is really helpful to you. Thanks for watching.